Okay, and
I will record though. I mean, record now. Check it out. Never mind.
What?
what?
And Lewis doesn't make sense.
Hashtag planning.
Hashtag Brazilian logic.
Hey,
Okay.
come on. Jesus, Vic. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Shifty Key Podcast. I am Luis, aka Spartan Sloth, and today we have...
I am Mugs of Tea, aka Vic. What's up?
I am TJ 1023, back again to record another episode of the podcast.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm LovelySins.
Oh, on the ball. I am Peyton, or Notorum on the site.
Excuse me, I have to beat up my boyfriend real quick. Give me the pillow!
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Rage quit.
I am not racist!
Rage quit on life.
What?
Well,
Rage quit on life.
For
Sorry.
a moment there, I understood Vic saying you needed to pee on your boyfriend.
No, he just poked me and goes, "This channel thinks you're racist." I'm like,
Yeah, but it's true.
no, it's not! I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna be coughing the rest of the podcast. Alright.
So, you guys
Edit
want to talk
that
about how
out.
Vic's racist?
Oh, shots fired.
Quit. I hate you all. I'm putting in my resignation. Done. Done.
You're not.
Resigning mid-podcast. Drop mic and leave.
Resigning life. Just pulls a gun out of nowhere. Bang.
Bye. Alright, so what were we supposed to talk about?
Oh yeah, well, TJ, you've been teasing a story all week long about something
well, now
related to
it's
Portuguese.
not going to sound as interesting when you say the word teasing.
But teasing makes people excited. Come on.
Exactly,
yeah.
it's not
It's
that
foreplay.
exciting. It's not.
You know
it's
what?
not-
If you
a
want, you can tell
story.
the story, and I can
I-
just on the background
It's
all the
foreplay.
time.
Okay.
Have
Well,
a
the
drum roll in
story
the
is-
background.
Well, as some of our listeners may know, and some of our current guests may or may not know, Luis is a big fan of Micatello. and
Go
his,
fuck yourself. You, Michelle Teller, can
his
go
hit
fuck
single.
yourself.
So,
Shots fired.
I was sitting in my marine science class talking with a friend, and we were just chatting about. Somehow we started talking about languages, and I was like, I know some Brazilian, and I just started singing parts of the song, and I was just failing to sing it, and she's like, wait, I know that song, and she started singing it, and I'm like, you know that song? My friend hates that song, and she's like, I have no idea what it means. But all
Did
I
you
know
sh-
is that it's terrible when it's translated.
Did you show your friend the English version?
Yes, when we went to lunch, I read out the lyrics, which are like, wow, wow, you're gonna kill me. Wow, wow. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat you or
Yeah, it's-
something like that? I could eat you up or
What the
something.
hell?
It's like, delicious, delicious, this way you're gonna
that's
kill me.
it.
It's a fucking awful song. Man, it makes me so angry that we're known for that.
I didn't even know that song existed until you told me.
I
Thank
didn't know
God.
it existed.
I just knew Brazil was really corrupt.
Well,
I
That's
didn't know
all
there were
I
eating
knew.
people
You're
though.
not
It's a whole new
mistaken.
level.
The funny thing was, she corrected how I was singing it. I was singing it wrong. It's like, nosa, nosa, no, así, no. Nosa, nosa, no sé, así me mata.
assim,
Así no sé me mata. Thanks for
você.
correcting me. Or something, fuck. I don't know. I'll look it up. I would look it up just for you, Luis.
No,
Do it.
please don't.
Do
I
it.
already have my hands full with Tyler singing that song every time he sees me online.
because he loves you.
Nah, I think he just wants to annoy me.
Nah, I don't think so.
Not buying it.
Oh, assim você me mata. Assim você
você.
Pego.
I don't think he's getting it right.
Anyway, I told you it wasn't that interesting and that you shouldn't
Kinda.
make it sound hyped.
Hype train.
The hype train.
I've failed everybody on this podcast.
That's
even-
alright.
Which will
Nah,
listen
you
to
just
it,
fill my expectations
Yeah.
by singing that. Not
Yeah.
because of the Portuguese, but because the song sucks.
Song does suck. Well, I think it does.
Yeah, it does. Trust me.
Trust me, it's shit.
It can't be worse than that selfie song. It can't be worse.
At first, let me take a selfie. It's fun when you're drunk.
There's actually a song that's worse than that.
Really?
It's called Mass Text.
Oh my god. Google.
Never heard of this.
Uh-oh.
YouTube's.
I heard about it when I watched YouTubers react. And
I
it's
found it.
I have a bad feeling about
it's
this.
terrible.
Considering I do the link shitter, I'm probably gonna have to listen to it. So. Well, or now, because Vic just linked one.
I have arrived at the song, and I'm listening to it.
You have arrived to the song.
I'm watching this, and it's what?
Oh, yeah.
This is why blogs
it's-
have such a
What?
bad reputation.
It's worse than Rebecca Black's Friday.
Yeah, Matt sent me the link to this a while ago when I was saying that Friday was pretty awful. He was like, yeah, but there's one that's even worse. And I'm like, yeah, right. So he sent me this link, and I couldn't get even like a quarter through the song. I had to quit. I wasn't
I
strong
stopped
enough.
listening to that song already. I couldn't deal with it. It's too bad.
It's kind of like reminds me of like a train wreck. I can't stop watching it. It's so bad.
You
Is that
have
what you think about train wrecks? You just sit next
twisted
to train wrecks
sense
like,
of
this
fun.
Well,
is great.
no,
I
have
can't
you
look
heard
away.
people say that? It's like you want to look away, but you just can't.
Really?
I know
Because,
that.
like,
Exactly. That's what this is.
hmm.
She's dancing with the dogs and Barbie dolls, and it's just
Yeah,
like
that's when I saw the Barbie doll, I was just like, nope, I'm done. This is good. I've had enough.
I'm pretty sure she's like 30 or something like that.
That's
Yeah, she doesn't look young. I mean, she's not like she looks like 60, but like she doesn't look like 20. She doesn't look like my age or anything.
You know, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Well, audience, prepare your bodies if you ever check this song. You're gonna
It's,
need
Don't. Just
it's-
don't.
No, do it.
Did I just hear you say it's songs?
Well, you could have. Maybe. Who knows? You'll never know.
It's
Maha.
it.
songs.
Or he will.
Or I
when-
will when he posts the video.
Yeah.
I'll make sure Jim or TJ edits it. Whoever's editing this week, I don't know who's editing.
Guys, don't. In fact, make Vic sound like a duck.
What? I could do that on my own. I'm sick right now. And quick question:
I
can you
feel
hear
ya.
yelling in the background?
A little. Are you
A little
trolling
bit.
someone?
No. I think the
Oh.
softball team's playing. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's-
Softball.
She's just yelling at the walls. She's freaking out.
No.
Hashtag awkward.
She's just sitting there like, I am doing something. Please leave me alone.
But mom! But why?
Pretty sure that's not what TJ does.
Yeah, just so the audience gets a context. TJ said that his family was talking to him. So
Yeah, so we're now
Yeah,
making
we
fun
saw.
of him because
Yeah.
he can't retort right now. This is like the
Victory
worst
is
kind of
ours.
evil.
It's the best kind of evil. Oh! But mom! I'm talking to my
sucks for
friend!
you.
Tell him that you take out. Just be like, can you get me something
Oh,
to go?
God.
Because then, I mean, they can't say no to that. They're still buying you food.
Well, they can say no if they're the
Well-
ones it up.
What
They
if
can
you
very
give
easily
them
be like,
money?
nope, and just leave.
So bottom line is, TJ's a punk bitch.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired!
Hey, so how do you like your special images put on the video when I edit this? I could do whatever I wanted. I could put your sloth head on like a naked body or something like that.
do it.
That's sloth, though.
Please don't.
Please do. Put it on
I'm
like
sorry,
Spartan
TJ.
sloth.
You are not a punk bitch. You are
No.
a lovely human being.
Don't fuck with the
Yeah.
editor.
You know what? I think we
Or
should
maybe-
call off that.
Or maybe I'll make
That
your
avatar
or maybe I'll
decision.
make your voice like really high pitched the entire podcast.
I
I
thought
like-
you did that to Vic, so she would sound like a duck.
No. I liked what you did. What
No.
what was made to him last week, 2 weeks ago, where he just played the music behind him.
Oh no, please, let's not
That
do
was
this
Jim.
again.
That was so
That was
funny.
Jim,
I
though.
was so confused for the first little
He
bit
gets all the
because I was
credit
like,
for that.
wait, what is all this noise? I'm really confused. And I thought I had like another tab open, and for some weird reason it was only playing when Lewis was talking. And then I realized that I was laughing really hard. Alright.
Although
I'm sorry.
I did do a quick little thing for the podcast that's coming out Sunday, but it'll be out by the time this one comes out. So I guess I'm okay
Did
with
you
saying it
know? Because I
Yes,
listened
I
to
did.
it and I didn't realize anything.
at the very end. Did you watch the video at the very end?
Oh, the image?
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought it
saw
was
that.
funny.
Yeah, that was
At
pretty
the
good.
very
haven't
very
watched
end of the podcast, Vic, you said fish sticks.
It
Oh, I
wasn't
did?
me, it was no, it was Sophia.
Oh, it was? I thought
Yeah,
it was Vic.
Yeah.
I don't remember saying fish sticks. Everybody, you should look at that link.
And I think she said the fish.
What the hell is that?
I think the
Whoa.
description.
The nope fish.
The nope fish.
Screw that, Stan.
Yep. Alright, I'm sorry. It's the adventures of Reddit.
I was gonna make a your face retort, but nah.
That would have been mean.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have made sense, you know.
Your face retorts never make sense.
They're
What?
not supposed to.
Whose face never makes sense?
Your face doesn't make sense.
Did anybody else hear that?
Ew.
Heyo.
Okay.
So TJ, you were saying something, I guess.
I don't know. This is like the most absent-minded I've been on a podcast recording. Like, there's stuff going on in the background, and I don't know what's going on. Like, I just heard a bunch of noises that sounded like Windows, but I have a Mac.
Well, as long as your brother's not beating you up with a stick, you shouldn't worry about it.
Okay. When you just said you heard noises that sounded like Windows, I didn't think you were thinking about like the operating system. I thought you meant like the structure or window, and I was like, what the fuck does a
Oh.
window sound like? I was slightly confused for a moment.
Yeah, it took me a while to understand it was like Windows, the operational system.
Best OS. Go buy it. It's best.
Best thing about the iHouse is it has no windows.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
That
terrible.
was
Because I'd love to
awful.
have windows in my house.
Shots fired.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So,
speaking
how's
of stuff that is
everyone
completely okay,
been?
nice,
Wow.
nice double segue.
Derail the train. Derail the train.
Yeah, I
Save
don't-
one of the segues and let's follow the other.
I've been pretty good. Last couple days, I guess.
Good.
I went.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm a senior this year, so I went to an award ceremony the other night and got 3 awards. That was
Okay.
pretty
Styling.
cool. And I had to wear a tie for the first time ever. Like, I feel
Oh,
like something's choking me.
Isn't this the worst? I fucking hate ties. It's like one of the upsides about being an artist. If you ever go to a job interview, you're not expected to wear a tie. It's great.
Unless you're like wearing a t-shirt instead of like a dress shirt. You gotta have that hipster look.
Gotta have that tie.
Or if you dress up like a man from the 18th or 19th century, like to match your art style, if that's the case.
No, it's not.
For a tie?
Okay. Well, you know, the whole full set.
Just
Shout out
gotta
to
have the costume to match with everything else. Come on.
Shout out to the 19th century.
Yeah.
Nah.
What
I'm
about you
okay.
guys?
I'm okay with my century. It's pretty good. I'm okay with the 21st century.
And TJ, so you posted a selfie on Twitter with
Let's
you ready
take a
to
selfie.
go.
Yeah, also my first selfie.
No, I'm not going to talk about that exactly, but Gav and I were a little impressed at how different you were from what we expected.
You've seen me before. What do you mean from what you expected?
Yeah, it's like mainly your hair. Gav was like, "Oh, you have more hair on your head than I expected," and I could have never tell you were blonde.
I feel like we should like show people this. I'm gonna go find it.
Overlay picture here.
Yeah. Hold on,
Look
I'm
how
gonna
good he
find it.
looks. TJ's looking swag.
TJ,
So I
the
followed-
guy who's actually blonde and not dark haired as I thought. Fucking liar.
Yeah, I'm blonde. What are you gonna do
You're
about
welcome, internet.
So,
Blinked it.
oh yeah, but no. So I follow this Twitter page, and it's. Have you ever seen the meme that's a Spooderman Please meme?
Yeah.
Yes, I
think
love that
Yes.
meme.
It's that based around Ray. It
Oh,
just
yes.
they take quotes from Ray and other people in the Achievement Hunter office, and I'm trying to find it right now on Twitter. There it is. And what they do is they re-quote them in like that style of text or whatever, and it's hilarious. And the one that was posted today that I was in line to get a frozen yogurt shake because that's what I do. I'm a hipster like that. And it says, Ray, I'm driving under the influence of swag. And Jeff is like, but you can't even drive. And then Ray's like, swag makes everything possible. Retweet if you're inspired.
I don't even know what to say.
Like, the reason I follow this page is because Ray retweets it on a regular basis. And
That's
it's
how I
fucking
found it.
hilarious. That's
I
how I
actually-
found it originally too.
I actually made
There
a joke
was,
assignment once based off the Brown Man Please. I had to do a poem for my class, and I took the like he tweeted something. It was like roses are red, weed is green, 420 blaze it. Also bark bark bark.
Bark, bark, bark.
Can you hear my dogs barking?
Yeah.
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 There was
Bark, bark, bark.
one time I saw it. I think Ray retweeted it, and it was pretty hilarious. It was like a parody of thrift shop. It's like, I'm gonna pop some swags. Only got 20 euros in my pocket.
That sounds like something Ray would retweet. Ray on Twitter is hilarious. I love Ray. Like, so goddamn funny.
Michael's funny on Twitter too.
Michael is pretty funny on Twitter, but he doesn't post nearly as often. Lindsay, like a million times a day.
Cats.
But the new art director on Ruby, I haven't met her yet, so I don't remember what her name is. Christine or Christina or something like that. She posts. I follow her because she's a graphic design artist. I'm a graphic design artist. Casual bonds there. And she posts on Twitter, and like I'll open up Twitter, and it'll just be like 20 straight tweets that are from her. And she does that like once every other day. It's like she just takes like Twitter breaks, and she just sits there and posts shit on Twitter. It's hilarious.
Nice.
I'm lucky if I'm able to tweet every day. Like, I don't understand how people do that.
I don't I don't tweet. I have a Twitter to stalk other people, but I never tweet.
That's nice.
I tweet
It is what it
occasionally,
is.
but I don't get how people do it like several times a day, like within
it's
minutes
like-
of each other.
It's like, why? Stop it.
Since I got into Twitter much later, I think I skipped the age of, hey guys, I'm eating a sandwich. Hey guys, I'm pooping. Hey guys, I'm pooping and eating a sandwich. That kind of tweet. Guys, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I use Twitter mostly. I follow different people around the industry that I work in. I work in esports, and so I use Twitter as like generally just a news feed that I can have on my phone. So like I don't even deal with that either. Like I don't deal with people like, oh, I'm just having a sandwich, unless it's like someone from Rooster Teeth. It's like I follow Rooster Teeth people too because come on, I have a Twitter. Why not? But yeah, those are like the only like personal tweets. The other tweets that I get are like, oh hey, you need to know this information. Here's this information. Congratulations. Awkward
Yeah.
silence.
Sorry, I was
I
gonna
have
say
nothing
something,
to
but I
say
had to clear
about
my
Twitter.
throat.
Barbara Streisand. Has anyone heard this song before? Anyone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or the man, I went to a rock concert once, and it was like it was a rock festival they have in my city. And between the opening bands that are like garage bands, and between them and the actual big stars of the night and stuff, they played a commercial. Oh, shit, I can't remember which brand it was, but then again, it doesn't matter. They play that song on the commercial all the time, and it was like there were only two ads. It was that one and some other thing. So that song got burned into my brain for a good couple of weeks.
I like that song. It's fun. That and Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots is pretty funny.
You mean like the tail, the Shrek character?
Yes, but it's a song that sounds. The dude beatboxes with only saying the words Puss in Boots, and it sounds like a legitimate like techno song. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh, gonna look into that. And put on the link shader, so check it out if you want to. Or not.
Thanks, shitter.
We should have a
Anyway.
theme song for the link shader every time you mention it. Like link shader. Dun, dun, dun.
It needs to have like minor keys into it.
Okay.
Or like the Legend of Zelda chest opening theme. Dun, 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 dun,
'Cause,
dun,
you know,
dun,
Link
dun,
shitter,
dun, dun,
so.
dun, dun, dun.
Sounds like Disney. Oh!
You
Oh,
sound like Disney.
did you guys hear about the news about Star Wars? I know TJ heard about it.
Yes.
Stars.
Oh, yeah.
And Star
that.
Wars.
Man,
What about
they're
Star Wars?
just disappointing me every single week. It's like,
Wait, no,
What they
what?
do?
please.
So what happened is essentially they have made everything that's like all the video games books, so anything that's not TV show or movie related are not canon. So essentially all the expanded universe is not canon anymore.
Yeah, but it's like only after Return of the Jedi, right?
It sounds like it's affecting. I don't think it'll affect pre-Star Wars Episode 1 as much, but it sounds like it still will.
Because it's like, if they do this, then the whole Star Wars, the Old Republic MMO is gonna be like worthless, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to mess up with the Kotor storyline. So Revan's still a thing, the Exile is still a thing.
No, I don't think so. Okay,
You know
hold
what?
on. Let
Disney,
me.
stop. Just fucking stop.
No,
Please.
I'm
I
curious.
trust Disney.
I'm
I give
curious on who made the decision. Like, I don't know, because this was announced through Lucasfilms, because Lucasfilms technically still exists. It's just owned by Disney. I'm
Yeah,
curious
it's-
on
Well,
who
didn't
made
they-
the decision.
It's still pretty much Disney's decision because didn't they fire almost everybody at Lucasfilms and like fill it with Disney people?
No.
That I don't know. I
No.
know they disbanded LucasArts.
What they did
That
was
was
they
it.
bought the company and made it like a subsidiary, like Google did with Motorola, where you get rid of like half of their administration board and the other half you keep and kind of mix in with your administration board, and then they're kind of like a bridge between the two companies. And besides that, Disney just pays for Lucasfilms to do shit. That's That's about it.
It sounds like a lot of what happened with Disney and Marvel and Disney with Pixar, because like technically Disney owns Marvel and Pixar, but they're still kind of like two separate entities.
But Pixar does whatever the fuck it wants because it's Pixar. And
Yeah.
if they're not gonna boss around Pixar, they're not gonna boss around Lucasfilms. Like you can't tell Pixar, you can't not tell Pixar what to do, and then tell the company that owns the most recognizable movie franchise in history what to do. Like, that doesn't make sense in my logical opinion. So I feel like if it was a decision, like I feel like it would have had to have been a Lucasfilm decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
Personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal, because like, I like the movies, and I didn't really like The Old Republic at all. I mean, the storyline was like kind of mediocre, but the game itself was kind of crap.
The MMO or the two RPGs?
The MMO was really crap. The RPGs were okay. I played them both once and then was like, well, that was enough.
See, I honestly I'm not that bothered by it because it was kind of one of those it was coming type things. Like I saw the writing was on the wall when Disney bought it out, I think, and announced the 7th movie, because I couldn't see them just picking one of the expanded universes like post episode 6. I couldn't see them picking like one of those books and turning them into a movie. So I kind of saw the writing on the wall from day one, but I can see why people are upset, because it's like one of those things where you put so much time and effort into reading these books and like getting to know the story and getting to know the characters, and then suddenly like someone turns around and goes, well, it's not canon anymore, and that's kind of devastating, and I can see why people are upset. But it was interesting, I read a comment, one person said like, well, at this point it seems like everyone has their own canon now anyway. Like, there is no official canon of Star Wars, because every person has their own like vision of what the Star Wars universe and like the Star Wars timeline looks like, which I thought was an interesting comment and pretty accurate, but it's a big deal.
Oh, shit.
What they're
Now
doing
it
is
hit me
almost
something.
like what they're doing is almost like what they did with Star Trek. They're basically rewriting
Yeah.
history without making it a plot device. It's essentially what they're doing.
Well, essentially what they're doing, what Star Trek did was they did rewrite the whole series, but what they did on that one is they did it in a way so they wouldn't screw with the original canon. What they did was just like, let's start from the beginning and let's just make an alternate universe, and this means we can get away with everything. While with Star Wars, I don't think there's a way they can start from the beginning. I don't think there is any way for them to create an alternate universe. So
Yeah,
what they're going to do
Without
is,
saying fuck everything else.
exactly. So what they're doing is saying like, all right, everything, the extended universe is still going to exist, but it's going to be like this Legends thing, and it's going to be stuff that's like that's not canon, and it's going to still exist, but it's this. They're turning it into a myth.
You know what sucks?
What?
Even if it's just like post Return of the Jedi, that they're erasing the canon, that means that Kyle Katarn is dead, pretty much. It's like he never existed.
Not unless they kill him.
Well,
He was born.
that's-
He had to be born before, Return of the Jedi and all that.
Yeah,
I know, but it's
not
like his
explicitly
whole
said, and
Jedi character and all
They
that.
haven't said
like,
they could still
erased him.
develop him as a character.
yeah,
They
could.
better.
Yeah.
they can still
Man,
develop
Kyle Katarn
anybody
is
as a
fucking
character.
awesome.
The thing that would like, in my
Hey.
opinion, like the thing that would affect like my storyline the most is like the Force Unleashed games, because I really liked those like stories.
Yes,
And
I'm
seeing
still
the
waiting for the
dynamic
third one.
between the Apprentice and Darth Vader, like that was really cool. And like
That was
I liked that, and I feel like it was cool. I never really thought of it as canon, but like,
See, I had a hard time like putting everything that was developed, like the movies,
because there's
games,
so much.
There's so much. It's like, for me, when I played, I love The Force Unleashed. I love the games and I love the plot, but I was like, how does this, like, I couldn't figure out in my mind, like, how it fit in with the rest of the Star Wars universe. And yeah, they, like, in the second one, they threw Leia in there and was like, yeah, this is what you're gonna do. You have some, like, little hand in the rebellion. But other than that, like, I feel like that whole, like, at least with The Force Unleashed, because that's the game series I know the best, like, that, for me, never felt like it was a part of the original canon.
Really?
It felt,
'Cause-
yeah, I felt like it was just this alternate universe type thing. Like, I couldn't see how the connection, because they put...
I mean, I'm a super, like, I'm not like super like ridiculous Star Wars nerd, but I like Star Wars a good amount, and I saw how it made a connection because it was like in between like movies or whatever. It was really good, and it was like I really liked it, but it was just kind of like one of those things where like if they left it out, it wasn't kind of like a big deal. But I think if they removed like all the books and all the games or whatever they're removing, like I feel like that would be the thing that would affect me the most.
Well, see, what you said there, like, they kind of threw it in to show that it's still part of the Star Wars universe. But, like, if they, like you said, if they left it out, like, no one would know. It would look like an alternate universe, and no one... It would just be a standalone game, and they didn't have to put in the timeline. The game doesn't
Well, that's
really
kind of-
change.
That's kind of the point of all of the, like, games and books and stuff that go in between, you know, episode 3 and episode 4, is that they're just there to, you know, add, like, supplement what you know already happened. Like, one of the things about The Force Unleashed that I find did kind of connect with the movies was it almost seems like Darth Vader created the Rebel Alliance that ultimately killed him and the Empire.
But couldn't you
'Cause-
argue, though, that the Rebel Alliance would have developed on its own without...
You could argue that.
Because Leia was already, like, looking at doing that. Like, she obviously had a hand in it. She obviously was very anti-Empire. And she didn't really need any help. Like...
Yeah, she didn't need any help. It's just cool how they sort of added another layer to it almost. Like, it didn't have to be there, but it made it... I don't know
And
what to say.
and
It almost
besides,
seemed
it
like
gives
it was like Vader was unwittingly killing himself, almost.
and
It
it
just
makes
adds that level to me. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It
Sorry,
makes
Louis.
Vader's story interesting as well because, I mean, even more interesting. Because if you look at the Sith history, the apprentices are always trying to kill their masters. And with Vader, it's like, oh, so it seems like he's the Emperor's bitch now. But with The Force Unleashed, it gets really clear that he wants the Emperor to go fuck himself. You know, he gets an apprentice, even though he doesn't plan to have the apprentice by his side all the time because you know he's just a pawn. But
Because
it's
we all know
like-
how that's going to turn out.
yeah, and if like Starkiller remained loyal to Vader up until the end, he would probably get killed somehow or not. I don't know, but there would be betrayal there again. But you know, it doesn't make Vader seem like he was happy with all of it. You know, because if you think about it, Sidious lied to him and like ruined his life because he promised power and like, oh, we can save Padme and stuff, but he didn't fulfill any of his promises. He fucked up Anakin's life in a big way, and it just seems right that he would want revenge. You know, he would want to take over the Empire and send the Emperor to oblivion, which he ultimately did in Episode 6. But it was like, oh yeah, so this dude's killing my son. Should probably do something here. And then he does.
In other Star Wars, sort of, kind of, what's his name? The guy that got fired. Come on, someone help me. I don't remember what his name
What?
is.
Marty O'Donnell.
Marty O'Donnell.
Who are
Yeah,
we
he
talking
got-
about?
Marty O'Donnell. There, you just reminded me of the name. He was the composer for the Halo music. He got fired. Oh, quote, fired.
Yeah, who was
Essentially-
laid off or something.
No, he
Yeah,
was
he-
terminated without cause.
I want
Yeah.
to know the whole story on that, personally.
So does
wait,
everybody.
Wait. There is rumors going around that him, several people from Respawn, and several people from Activision are all moving over to Visceral to go work on their Star Wars game. Because apparently, whatever beta footage or alpha footage they're showing other developers are shitting their pants and dying, which makes me super excited.
That's exciting.
So it's like,
Where'd you hear
Wait,
rumor
so
that
there's a
Mario
Star-
Dama was working?
Yeah. Wait. Yes, there's a Star Wars game being developed by Visceral. Congratulations, you know. They announced
Sweet.
that a while ago. We
Is
don't know
that-
what the title of it is, but
Aren't there 3 Star Wars games in development right now?
I know Visceral and Battlefront, because Battlefront. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Childhood
but I don't
memories
remember.
come back to me.
I could have sworn there was a third one.
What?
Yeah.
242 or something?
I don't think they're doing that
You
one
mean
That
anymore.
game-
1313?
1313, whatever.
1313 was
Yeah,
canceled
that got
when
canceled.
Disney bought Lucasfilms.
Which
was
sucked. That
so
looked like a
close to
great
being
game.
It
finished.
looked
It did.
visually, it looked amazing. I was kind of like concerned about how the story was going to turn out, but it did look very, very like visually impressive.
And also, Force Unleashed 3.
Is that happening?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope it is.
Should,
That'd be-
I think.
What would they do? Like, what would be the next part of the story?
Well,
didn't they leave
last
the second
time-
one open ended?
Yeah, it kind
Kinda.
of depended on what ending you picked.
Well,
The Force Unleashed games, the good one is always the candid for the next game.
Yeah, it's always a canon
Yeah.
one.
but either way, it's like, spoiler alert, but the game has been out for a while, so sorry. If you get the bad ending, you get killed by one of the perfect clones of Starkiller.
Oh, really?
And yeah, oh shit, sorry Vic.
No, I played through it once and picked the good ending. I just haven't played
Oh.
through it again and picked the bad.
I don't even remember what happens at the end of the
I've
second
never
game.
even played
I
through
know-
it at all.
Yeah, okay,
all
so
I remember
let's...
from either game, I don't remember which one it's from, is when you're falling through the Sky City and you're fighting that Rancor in midair. Because it's like the
Yeah,
most.
it's the
I had like the long Jedi robes on and they were like fluttering in the wind and I looked beautiful. It was great.
So it's like in the end, Starkiller and Starkiller is still trying to find out if he's a clone or if he's the real deal, and they don't make it clear in the game. Like Coda hints that he is probably the real deal, and they start a strike on Kamino. And so Vader's there, and Starkiller goes on to battle him. And when there are 2 endings, because then Juno shows up, and Vader throws her to the side and seemingly kills her, like she's just there passed out. If you pick the bad ending, I think you try to kill Vader, but then you get killed by the real like bad clone, one of the perfect clones, and I think he ends up killing Juno as well. So it's like the Empire wins, and Vader tells him to go hunt down the enemies of the Empire and stuff. If you get a good ending, you don't kill Vader, you arrest him or something, and then the rebellion snatches him. And then Starkiller goes on to check Juno, and she's actually alive. She was just like, passed out.
She was just taking a nap. She's just.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
It
fall
was like,
asleep
oh,
for
you
a few
know,
minutes.
There's a
So then they never
huge
released
battle going on.
any
Gonna
DLC
nap.
about
No,
what happened
the
to Vader.
DLC they released, it was like for the bad ending, like they did with the first one, and it was a battle on Endor, and you played as the evil clone, and you killed Han Solo and I think
That's
not
Leia
nice.
and Chewie.
You kill Chewbacca,
Oh,
Han Solo, and Leia. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's one good thing about them rewriting the extended universe. Chewbacca doesn't die so far.
That
oh
is
yeah,
true.
there's that.
That's right.
Because
True.
the way
Chewbacca,
they killed
best
off
character.
Chewbacca was really, really like unworthy of his mighty.
Chewiness.
Yeah, of his mighty
Apparently-
chewiness.
The original actor who played Chewbacca is going to be in the 7th movie
Yeah.
as well.
Well, they kind of felt bad when the original actor who played Chewbacca never really got paid for the movies.
But did you? Yeah, he didn't. But it was like they
he got
instead
paid like
paid
a
him,
tenth of what he was supposed to. Like they ripped him off big time, apparently.
and no, but they actually like, as far as I've heard, they paid him with a percentage of the movie's Shit, I forgot the word here.
Royalties or whatever.
Yeah, it's like whatever the movie's
So yeah,
got.
he's good. He has 1%.
Yeah, he's
he has
good.
Like $60 million. So he's fine.
Yeah. And I don't even think it was like 1%. It was a bit more. But, you know.
I'd be okay with like 0.5% of Star Wars. Like just half. Totally okay. Never work again in my life.
Yeah, you'd be set.
It makes
And you
the money.
could brag about owning a small part of Star Wars.
I could. I would be like, I own part of Star Wars. I'm one of the guys that owns part of Star Wars.
You go to conventions and
You
all
own part of
the
a part.
fanboys and fangirls flock to you.
Which is fitting because I go to the university that the newest Star Wars movie was all the graphic design work was done for, and I'm a graphic design artist, so it's like I'm the legacy of Star Wars. Let's do this.
You mean Revenge of the Sith?
What
or
university
the
do you go to?
7th?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh.
Good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, I like the
People
prequels.
who hate on the new trilogy, like, I don't understand them. Like, we all understand that Jar Jar Binks should never have been invented ever.
That guy did an AMA.
I don't have a
Yeah,
problem with Jar
Reddit.
Jar.
Did he ever get death threats? I hope he did.
No,
Oh.
actually,
Wow.
it was
That's
interesting.
extreme.
Let me go find it real quick.
Like, he was obviously added in the movie for, like, children. Because, like, children love fucking, like, Jar Jar Binks. Like, if you're a 5-year-old,
wow,
you're gonna love Jar Jar
I'm not
Binks.
entirely
Like,
sure that children like fucking Jar Jar Binks. I mean, seriously. I would not wish
Hey,
that
now.
on anybody.
Okay.
Let alone
Well,
a
he gets
Quick on the
child.
physical
draw,
with it.
TJ. I didn't think of that.
Okay, so here it is. Sai, I guess I'll be that guy. How does it feel to have played one of the most unintentionally hated characters in movie history? I like the fact that you said unintentionally. It feels great to be part of a movie history regardless how anyone feels about him. Did George Lucas ever say anything to you about Jar Jar in light of the near universal negative reaction towards him after The Phantom Menace? Obviously intended him to be a likable character, and you were doing the best with the role you were given, but I wonder if he felt the need to defend his character or explain himself to you during the production of subsequent films. He did. He let me know that this was nothing new. There was some reaction to Chewbacca and the Ewoks. He sent me a stack of press from the original movies for proof. He never needed to defend his character. We knew what the intention was. So that's what he said on the Reddit AMA.
No, but really, that character should have never existed ever. Like, every time he's on the screen, I fast forward through that scene so I don't have to watch it.
See, I don't hate Jar Jar Binks that much. Like, if he wasn't in it, great. But he was, so he wasn't. I didn't find him, like, too terribly annoying, so I don't see why everybody hates him so much.
I kind of agree with you.
I like Jar Jar.
LovelySins, but when Jar Jar shows up in the Clone Wars, the animated series, I don't like Jar Jar episodes. They're annoying.
Oh, I
It's
can
like-
imagine them being annoying then, but in, like, the movie, I kind of thought
Yeah,
Jar
he was-
Jar turned out to be
he was
slightly
okay.
badass. Like, I didn't think he was too
I
terrible.
wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm not saying he was, like, the greatest ever, but I mean...
Star actor. New main character. Jar Jar
Yes,
Binks
please,
is a Jedi.
let's see a Jar Jar Binks movie. No, but I mean, I don't see why all of the hate
They will
towards
do it.
him. Like, there
I
have
bet
been
they will
worse
do it.
characters out there than Jar Jar.
She's right.
He's
Like,
always
there
Joffrey
are
from
worse
Game of
characters
Thrones.
out there.
TJ?
Yes.
This is gonna fuck you up.
Sounded like a mixture. It sounded like a gangster Yoda, actually.
It sounded like Kermit the Frog mixed with Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not that good of impressions, so...
So was
That's to
Jar
be
Jar?
expected.
Wasn't he CGI? I didn't think he actually had an
Yeah.
actor.
It was some...
It was the voice actor, probably.
No.
Right?
Like, there was a who actually, like, was cast to
'Cause-
play him. Like, he was physically there. Like, he... In the scenes,
He
there
might
was
have been like
him.
the mocap guy.
Is
Like,
that it?
No, it was still him, too.
Was
He
it?
actually did the voice. He did... Yeah, that picture that... TJ,
That
that's him.
looks ridiculous.
That's the guy who played Jar Jar. And
It
did the
looks like-
voice.
It looks like Geordie LaForge killed Jar Jar and is wearing his head as a helmet.
But that's what it was, and he played him and voiced him and
Oh
everything.
my god, even worse. It looks it's like Geordie LaForge killed Jar Jar and ended up wearing Jar Jar.
So, bottom line is, Jar Jar used to roll with Daft Punk. Because
I laughed. I was blowing my nose though.
Oh, I wasn't.
I thought. I mean,
Nice.
it's true.
Shots fired.
He looks like he was rolling with Daft Punk.
Kind of like a caveman, The ratty clothes.
Caveman amphibious Daft Punk.
That
Yeah.
wears other animals' heads. No big deal.
Do you guys ever have problems like saying words properly?
Yes, all
All
the
the
time.
time.
Depends on the word.
Because I had one day this week when I was just trying to say sentences, and they wouldn't form properly in my brain, and then when I would try to speak them, they would come out even worse, and I just couldn't talk.
That was definitely me this week too.
That's me like
Like,
every day of my life.
That was me yesterday.
I know how it feels.
Like, I was talking to a friend about Patrick Stewart, and at one point I called him Patrick Picard, and
Nice.
just kind of went from there.
I appreciate that for some weird reason. But I appreciate that. It's Patrick
Yeah.
Picard. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And I was like, Captain Jean-Luc Stewart or something like that. I was just not
Jean-Luc Stewart.
in coordination
You're on a roll.
with my words. At one
On a
point
roll.
at lunch, I just kind of just gave up for like 5 minutes and just put my head down. I was in shame. Couldn't talk.
I do that every day.
Have no shame.
But yeah.
You should be
My-
ashamed
No
if you
shame.
couldn't form sentences and you were naked at the same time.
I was
Naked.
I was naked. It's kind of awkward. Sitting in the cafeteria, surrounded by all my classmates.
That
Too
would have been
related.
awkward.
Can't
You know.
talk when you're not wearing clothes.
Yeah,
I
that would have
just-
been a really awkward class.
Just wanted
No.
a nice breeze between the knees.
No shame. You just the way you get through life easier is just not give a fuck. So I'm like when Gavin explains his mental theories about how to live life. It's totally right. I totally agree. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything because he does say some pretty stupid shit, but you know what I mean.
Still, do
Right.
rocks float on lava?
Does
Gosh,
rocks
Gavin
float on
is-
lava?
Oh, yeah, it does rocks.
Gavin is
There's
No, he can be fucking
He's special.
stupid sometimes. But like
Yeah, no,
whenever
he can be
he
stupid.
explains that like, oh well, why should I care? Like that's exactly like that's my mentality about life. Like I was getting like a B. I was getting like a B in my one class that I needed to do really well in, but I was getting a B, and I'm like, that's fine, whatever. And she's like, oh, well, you got a B on this paper. If you I'll give you a chance to redo it, and you can get an A. And I was like, nah. She's like, why wouldn't you take that opportunity? I was like, I just don't care that much. Like, I got a B. Meh.
It's a good point, because B's
pass?
are good. B's are really good. It was totally, I don't know. Last quarter I was taking ancient Greek, not the language, but the history, and my professor went on a
I thought you were going
10-minute
to say
rant.
an actual Greek.
No,
She was
no.
taking it. She was grabbing the land and taking it.
Yeah, I was
That
actually
hurts.
taking Greece. Greece is
She
now
stole
mine.
it.
Yep.
Oh,
but
you inherited nothing.
he went on a 10-minute rant about grade inflation and how so he's pretty he's been at my university forever, and he was talking about how he was talking with some upper administrations, and they're like, we really need to focus on the kids who are doing poorly in school and make sure they don't fall off the radar. And he's like, all right, so what are we talking about poorly in school? And they're like, kids who are getting a C. And he's like, kids who are getting a C are doing well. We
Yep.
should be looking at like the D's and F kids. Like those
C's
kids we
average.
need to help. C's are fucking average. She's like, you're the reason that there's great inflation in the university systems. It's like, no wonder every kid is freaking about getting an A. No one cares about it. Like, C's are still pass. So then he gave me a C, and I was like, I'm okay with this.
I got a C. I would have walked up to him and be like, I got a C. Meh. And walked out the room. Just like,
Meh.
drop the mic and leave.
I wanted to.
The
I
fuck
haven't
train
this
has
quarter,
no
though.
brakes.
Exactly. The school fuck train has no brakes.
Wow, that's gotta be an interesting school you go to.
It moves.
Yes,
it's on
very
a
interesting.
train. It's great. It's a lovely place.
It's like you need to go to one place to another, from one place to another. Just hop on a train. People are just, going at it,
What?
and then you
what?
get to your destination. The fuck train that has no stops.
Has no brakes.
I think the
And no
baseball
stops is why
game,
you just need to jump out of it.
the softball game is playing Chariots of Fire right now. I wish I was joking.
Are
I don't
there
even know
actual
today.
chariots
Oh my
on fire?
God, why are they playing Chariots on Fire?
I've never even heard that song, so
Oh, I'll link it. You'll know it.
will I?
Why are you singing Final Countdown, TJ?
Because I got the wrong song.
The show must
Very nice.
go on.
Chariots of Fire.
Keep going.
Oh wait, I'll remember Chariots of Fire in a second. I don't remember.
Speaking of Final Countdown.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still got the wrong song in my head.
Fucking advertisements.
I always confuse Rocky, the Final Countdown, and Chariots of Fire for some reason.
Nice.
Chariots of Fire reminds me of the Baywatch song.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum,
When they're running on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
I never knew what that song was actually called.
Yeah.
It's probably not even in time at all for everyone else, but I don't even care. Fuck train has no brakes. No, but yeah. Is it? Someone else is in college here, right? Please tell
I
me.
am.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will be in fall.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I'm gonna start going back
Fuck
to
you.
school again
Fuck
soon.
you.
I'm
too.
graduating this June. I graduate in June.
Yeah, you're old.
Shut up.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I might be, if I think correctly. No, I might be younger than you. Never mind. I was gonna say I think I might be the oldest one here. So all of you.
How old are you?
Shut up. 22.
22 too, so.
Okay, well then.
We're same
funny.
age.
You're
All right.
222? Goddamn.
Wait, Peyton, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Yeah, I'm 22. So TJ is the youngest here.
Yep, I'm the youngest.
TJ's
What
a little baby.
Aw.
What a
18.
package.
He's so
No, but
cute.
yeah. College? It sucks. It's no fun.
I can say
It
the same
depends
thing
on
about
where
high
you
school.
are on your, graduation level.
I didn't
Currently,
have-
I'm enjoying it a lot.
I did not have a. Yeah, my 4 years here were not the greatest.
Nope, train?
Well, I mean, I love going to school. I love learning and being educated. It's more like my social life was. I had a lot of problems with people, and it sucked.
Wait, where do you
That's
live,
why you
though?
seclude yourself and live on the internet.
That's what I had to tell my
Solid
roommate.
advice.
I go to Seattle University, and it's in Seattle. You couldn't get it from the name.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
I know.
like,
Just
no,
in case
but
you
it's
couldn't
in
figure it
Seattle,
out.
Mexico.
Seattle University of Mexico.
Yeah, no,
Okay, I understand now. You live in Mexico. How's it like down there?
it's Mexican.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, and Vic?
like, I have officially decided I have lost all faith in the American education system.
Why?
It's all horrible. It's all bad.
Why?
So the company that I work for is based out of Germany, and
Oh,
I go
nice.
over there. I go over there once every 4 months or so, and talking to some of the other international employees that work there. There are people from like Malaysia and places around the world. like, you're talking about earlier about how everybody stresses about getting A's. And, like, whenever we think of, like, Asian culture, we think that they stress out about getting A's. They don't. They don't care. It's like...
Because they're naturally smart. Because they're Asian.
they just get A's anyway. Only in math, though. It's okay. No. No, but, like, passing grades in majority of other countries in college is, like, a 55% and up.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's like, the fuck is this?
I studied abroad in Belfast. I was there for just a quarter, and when I first got there, they're like, yeah, passing grade is like 50, 55, and if you're in the 90s to 100s, like, that means you, like, should go to
Try
like
hard.
a doctorate. No, it's like you need to be published right now. Like, it is really rare for you to be in the 90s and 100s. Like, that's a real minority.
They have a larger grading scale, essentially, is what it is. Like, when was the last time anyone in a college class, like, got, like, something less than a 10%? It's like, that doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't happen.
It's like, when was the last time you ever heard of someone, unless they're, like, a total, like, dropout bum, get, like, a 50%? Never. But just because that person got a 50% doesn't mean that they're a fucking idiot and they don't know what they're doing in the class. It's like, if you know above 50% of the knowledge, you've succeeded at college.
Exactly. It was really weird going there and them being like, yeah, an A, like a B here is in the 70s.
Like, the professor will bow down to you if you get an A. Like,
it's
and then
ridiculous.
Most of the schools that I have visited in other countries, they don't have attendance policies. They don't give a shit.
No.
You don't show up to class and you get a C? Nah, you get a C. Good job. And it's just like, in America, mostly the high school education system is the one that I'm complaining about. In high school, they teach you a lot of useless shit.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
In, like, the UK, and especially Germany, because once again, that's where I travel a lot. Starting for here is our freshman year of high school. There, it's their freshman year of university, as they like to call it in the UK and Germany.
Yeah, it's a different name.
If you know sort of kind of what you want to do, you can say, I want to focus more towards computers, or I want to focus more towards art, or I want to focus more towards this or that. And they're like, okay, if you're focusing on art, you don't need to take physics, because why? Like, what's the point in that? But it's like, if you're if you're like a math focus, then fucking go take physics. Like, I took physics my senior year because I had to take 4 math classes, and my school only has 4 math classes, and the 4th one was physics.
Counted as a math class?
Yeah,
not math.
can.
I meant science. Well, yeah, but
physics can count as a math class.
It can, yes. In my school, it was science. We only had 4 science classes, and I needed 4 science credits in order to graduate in the state of Ohio.
Oh, wow.
And so I had to take physics. I'm never, ever going to use anything from any of the 4 years of science classes that I ever took. Ever. And it's like, the part where that fails, it's like, yes, I'm a educated person. It's like, I know some shit about physics that I don't need to know. But it's like, I could be spending more time focusing on what my study is, and then by the time I'm done with college, I know much more about that. But instead, I end up wasting a lot of time studying stuff that I'm never going to use again.
Yeah, I've been out of high school for like 5 years. Don't remember a thing about physics.
I remember a little.
I've been out of physics for a year, and I don't remember much of it.
Nice.
That's the school system in the U.S. just kind of is frustrating. They teach you all the shit you don't need to know, but they don't teach you like anything about interest rates or mortgages or stuff that you need to know.
See, I had a class that taught us how to do like it was financial management, and it was a year-long class you had to take your senior year.
We didn't have like at my high school we had nothing like that. So like the first time I had to write a check, I was like, What is it? Like, what?
My parents taught me all of that. Like, they essentially, like, still teach me, like, oh, this is what you need to do with insurance, and this is what you need to do with this.
Yeah. I learned a little bit of that in a mandatory class I had to take in 8th grade, but I don't remember any of that now.
But it was also an 8th grade
kinda
when you
needed.
didn't need to
Yeah.
know it,
Exactly.
so
Well, like the one thing I will say about that I do like about the education system here in the United States more than like in the UK is that in the UK you kind of have to go in knowing what you want to do. So you
Well-
go in and say like I want a degree in history. Like that's what I have to do. Okay, well from day one you're going to take classes in history, and if you want to start over and like if you want to switch majors, you have to start all over. You have to begin from like year one again. And it doesn't really give you like that lenience of like, okay, well I'm gonna dick around for 2
No.
years.
I've written several papers on this, so like I know a lot about it because I had to write papers and I chose that. The thing about the plus side about their system though is their high school is is equivalently costed, like it costs around the same as it does to go to high school here. So, and I actually went to a tech school my junior and senior year, and so took 2 years of college classes in computer science. I paid $120 for it total. I then realized that I never ever wanted to program ever again in my life because I don't feel like being bored out of my mind every day. No offense to computer programmers, but it's boring. So then I chose, oh hey, I don't want to do computer science anymore. I then only wasted $120 instead of wasting multiple of thousands, wasting a year at college and then changing my major. So it kind of gives you like a fallback point, like if you choose something in high school and you're like, I want to do this, and then you're like, well, fuck, I don't want to do this. By the time you get to college there, like, you can switch it to something that you actually want to do. So it's like, it does give you more room for error, but yeah, I see what your point is as well.
Yeah, but you're still paying money. Like, yeah, you only wasted like $120, but like, even though like college here is way more expensive and it's way too expensive, I think like
Yeah,
even
it is.
over there you're still dropping $9,000 in loans for school and then having to start all over. So like you got lucky because you only had to pay $125 for a year of schooling, while like in the UK you pay about I think it's like $9,000 for a year of schooling that you're still gonna have to pay back in loans. Well, kind of, technically, not really, depends. You're still gonna have to pay it back, so you're still putting in money, and you're still putting in a lot of money into like a education that you may not want. But again, too, like for me, I changed my major in college 3 times before I finally picked history as my major. But for me, like, I was okay with that because I was able to kind of like jump from major to major, and I took a lot of different classes and a lot of different things, so I learned a lot, and I really I got a little bit of taste of everything. But at the same time, I'm still graduating on time, and technically I could have finished last quarter. I could have graduated in December, but I had a couple things I still haven't done.
You know, we may have a lot of problems here in Brazil, and a lot of them also involving the whole education system. As you guys said, in high school we also learn a ton of useless stuff, you know, stuff that's going to be useless later on. But if there is one thing that we're usually pretty good at, it's like our public universities are the best within the country, and some of them are like on the top list of the Latin America, and you know, some of them even in like the world list or whatever. And pretty much all you gotta do is take a test, which is super hard to go through and all that. But once you're there, you know, you got a lot of opportunities and stuff, and it's all money that comes out from the taxes. So if you decide to change your mind and stuff, still you need to take the test again and all that, and there is a tax to take the test. But it's nothing like you don't waste that much money. Although we do have private universities, but I don't really know how those work because I don't sit in one of those. Uh, And things usually flow well, unless you get a dickhead for a headmaster like we did with our last one. And I mentioned it on a few podcasts ago that the asshole wasted a ton of money, and now they have to cut costs on some stuff. So unless that happens, you're usually good to go. You're usually set.
Yeah.
Our president for our campus right now is doing the same thing. She cut a bunch of faculty last year, a bunch of art faculty. Kind of makes me kind of salty. I'm an art student, but then she also added a third of her pay onto her pay. So she gave herself a raise, and then she made this decision that we need to remodel half of campus in 6 months, but we don't have any money at all.
Yeah.
So it's she's getting rid of the education building and building a new one in 6 months when we don't have money for it, and we're building a new forensic science building that we don't have money for, and we're completely remodeling all of the fraternity and sorority houses, but we don't have money for that either. Yeah, I know we have
What?
college
It's
life.
like
hashtag.
It's like Minecraft. Just
we
punch
don't
wood
have
and build houses.
fraternities or sororities.
I go
here.
to a party school.
What school do you go to?
I do go to Bowling Green State University in Northwest Ohio.
Never even heard of it.
They're usually within the top 25 party schools in the country.
Nice.
But they're in the top 5 graphic design as far as state schools go. In the country as well. So and it's cheap. It's only $22,000 a year instead of $40 or $50. So yeah, and it's
I've heard of
45 minutes
them.
away from where I live. So the Falcons, man. All we do
I'm
is
Well-
a
fucking party.
Buckeyes fan.
Yeah, I am too, actually. But
I was born in Toledo. That's so cool.
boo, hiss.
I'll screw you.
Toledo is our rivals. If you didn't know, for all those who didn't understand me hating her so much, we're not friends anymore, by the way.
Oh, that's not nice. I've said I was
Oh.
born there. I've lived in San Diego my entire life.
Okay,
Just born there.
but still, you're part of
I was
the
born there
Satanistic
and then
community.
immediately left.
Pretty much, it's
She-
kind of how it happened.
She born, realized how bad it was, and then left. Okay, this is how you picture Detroit or Toledo. You
Like
picture
Detroit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you picture it like Detroit, except for smaller,
Is there less
but with
crime?
the same. No, much about the same actually.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but
It's kind of
you know.
sketchy. It's really
Whatever.
sketchy.
at least it's not Oakland.
That's true.
That's true.
I drove through there last weekend. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever done.
Oakland's a sketchy place. It's
Dude,
not-
they'll shank you at their football games.
Oh, but that means people have to be at their football games in order for there to be shanking.
They'll shank you down here in San Diego at the Charger games. They are terrifying people.
They don't fuck around at Chargers games.
No.
They fucking go ham. No, but I've actually been to Seattle before with sorry. Like I said, I work in esports. I work mainly with the game Dota 2. Valve is based out of Seattle. I've been to Valve's offices several times, so it's in Seattle. I've been there before. But LA, that place, it's a godsend. It's the greatest place on earth ever.
Are you on crack?
No, I'm not. I love it so much. I live there every
Why?
summer. It is fantastic.
No, it's douche central. It's too crowded. Traffic
not
is
crowded at
terrible.
all.
Are you kidding me?
Have you ever been to New York?
Yes, I have.
That is crowded. If you're in
Wait.
downtown in LA, it's crowded. If you're not in downtown, so if you're in Santa Monica, Venice Beach, or anywhere else besides downtown, it is fine.
You do
Wait.
realize that goes the same for New York. If you're in Manhattan, it's super crowded. If you go to fucking Yonkers and anywhere above it, there's nothing there.
Nah.
Just
It's-
so we get something
Venice
clear.
Beach is nice.
Jordan,
Venice, that's
you
where my uncle
live.
lives. It's great.
Do you live in LA, Jordan?
No, I live in San Diego, which is like a couple hours away.
Well,
Boo.
then it's probably the I don't like my hometown syndrome. When people they may be born like
No, really, people
Coruscant,
don't like LA because it's full of a bunch of artists, people who smoke weed, and rich douchebags. Is essentially how that city boils down.
Venice Beach is full of it's pothead central. LA is just tools.
Well,
and
that's because the
douches.
boardwalk, and that's where they sell all the weed. But
Yeah,
then they just
I
kind of
know.
disperse around the rest of the city. They just all have to cultivate at Venice Beach in order to buy their weed.
Yeah, pretty much. But see, I love San Diego. It's not that. It's freaking LA. LA is terrible.
Oh, I love LA. I love it. I'm coming back this summer. You should come visit. Let's do it.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't like LA.
It's
Come
so
to
good.
San Diego.
No, fuck San Diego. I don't want to go to San
San
Diego.
Diego's gorgeous. Shut up.
It's like a wannabe casual version of LA.
No, not even close. San Diego's amazing.
No, I've
Casual
never been to San Diego. I don't even know.
Exactly. So shut up.
I've been near
I've
San
never
Diego.
even been to the West Coast.
I've never been to the USA.
West Coast, best
You
coast.
are missing out. Exactly.
Yeah, West Coast is best coast. Fuck East Coast.
Farthest
It's
west
worst.
I've gone is Texas.
I've been to Texas.
I'm going
Been-
there this summer. RTX. Yes.
I've been there. I'm not going this summer. I actually have work commitments that are the same weekend. So sad.
It's my first year. I'm so excited.
Same
I'm not
here.
going because I have no money.
It would have been my third year. So sad.
Public
I'm so
excuse us.
excited.
Me too. It's gonna be
RTX
great.
2015.
Very happy.
Like, legitimately, I was waiting to buy my ticket because I didn't know when said work conflict was going to happen. And then when the company announced the date, I was so pissed. Like, I was so mad. It's on top of my birthday. Again. It's July 21st. Last day of RTX is my birthday. And I'm busy. I have to be in Seattle.
Wait, did you say July 21st?
Did I say 21st?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. That's not
Yeah, I
right.
did.
I was like,
Isn't it?
wait, no.
When is it?
RTX
I might still
is
go then.
July 4th weekend.
I might still go.
What the hell?
I bought my
Like,
ticket
I
last
know.
night. It's definitely July 4th weekend. You're
Yeah.
again.
Okay,
you
then
are on
I
track.
I might still go. I am
Wow.
on track.
wow,
So-
I can't go because I'm working on the 21st.
You know, my brain sometimes, it just doesn't register. It's been a long few weeks. Exam week is in like a week, and I'm getting busy. And I'm working a lot, and it's getting crazy. So, yeah, I'm stupid. I apologize. Don't listen to me. It is not.
Okay, wait. So you've been there the past 2 years and couldn't remember the dates?
They change it every year.
No, it's
No, they
around
don't.
the same
Always July
time.
4th.
No, the first one was not the same weekend as the second one. The first one was like later July, and the second one was earlier July.
So if you go to work, then you might miss the first RTX.
Yeah, but I didn't have a job at that point, so I just bummed money off my parents at that point.
And Peyton, you were saying that you have some projects going on, and you also have some stuff going on the RT community as well, right?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about it?
busy. Yeah, I can talk about it. I can talk about what I can talk about anyway. I'm currently working on a t-shirt design, which, if you look at my fabulous avatar on TeamSpeak, it is the first one that I finished, which I kind of made some faltering mistakes that most people don't notice, but I do, and so would Rooster Teeth, but I'm making an Achievement Hunter version of that, which is a community typography, for those of you who are listening and cannot see what I'm talking about, where I take usernames from people around the community, and I make them in... The first one I did the RT logo, and the second one I'm doing the Achievement Hunter logo, except I'm putting more of an artistic spin on the Achievement Hunter one, so that'll be more fun. And I'm currently working with about 25 to 30 different community members to make a full-length documentary based on the community Rooster Teeth community, and that's gonna come out hopefully this July sometime. I originally said spring, but there's a lot of people that I'm working with that are all really busy, being adults with jobs and whatnot, and being busy with things that I can't announce because it will give away who they are.
Sex.
Yeah, they're busy having sex all day long. But yeah, so I'm working on that, and that should come out sometime this July. That'll be interesting. Right now I'm actually holding kind of like a contest deal where if you send me a personal message on the site, there's one for writers and one for like creative writing, and one for songwriters, and one will be like the intro essentially to the documentary, which is it's gonna be. I wanted it to kind of be about like the Rooster Teeth history and how it relates to the community and whatever. I've gotten 20 of those already, I think. And then for the songwriters, it's just songs that I can put in the documentary, so I don't have to use copyrighted music, so I don't have to get yelled at, because, that's no fun. YouTube doesn't like me very much. But yeah, I think that's everything that I have going on in the community right now. Yeah, I've got some other stuff, but I can't talk about that yet, so.
Which is pretty much sex related.
Yeah, 100%, all the time. Everybody. I kind of use Rooster Teeth as kind of like Tinder. It's great. It's a fun thing.
You kids in your generation using Tinder and shit.
Sad part was, I didn't know what Tinder was till like a week before that video came out.
Man, it's like one of my friends used Tinder. By the way, I've shown the podcast to some of my closer friends, and they tried to watch it as a group, but since they couldn't hear anything, they were like, okay. So if any of you managed, listen to this right now, thanks, guys. And so one
You're
of my
welcome.
friends, okay, Vic, all right. So one of my friends used Tinder, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? You guys can use it, like, just pick chicks for me." I was like, "What? Yeah, just go ahead, and I trust what you guys are gonna do. So let's just see what you're gonna get me to." I was like, Jesus, man.
That's
Really?
kind of horrible. Like, first of all, Tinder, as Tinder's original purpose, it is not a horrible thing. Tinder has evolved into a horrible, horrible thing.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know enough about it in order to give a decent argument. So
It's supposed to be like kind of like a let's hook up and have like a date kind of thing. It's evolved into. Hey,
for me, it
let's have
seems
sex.
like a one-night stand thing.
Yeah, that's
You really-
exactly what it is.
And what about you, Jordan?
What about Tinder?
Well,
Oh,
Do you have
yeah,
a Tinder?
No, I
Do you
don't.
have-
Fuck that.
No,
How's your
I mean,
Tinder?
like-
Is it going good?
Well, actually, no,
Any fun
I'm kidding.
adventures?
I meant like with community projects, but yeah, Tinder.
Oh
It's like
no! I just have a hatred for Tinder, but that's something super personal. But I'm working on something, but I'm not announcing anything until I have it like finished or I've started it. But I do have a bunch of stuff in the works right now, which I'm very
Artist
very excited
problems.
for. No, I'm not an. Oh my god, I'm so not an artist.
Oh, why not? Come on, get on the boat.
Okay, I will show you my stick figure, and you'll ask me to stop.
Hey, you can't.
stick figures are the best figures.
There is an artist that made a living. Okay, there's two that I'm going to bring up. There's one who made a living that his most famous painting is of a white square inside of a white square. I'm not shitting you. That's a real
That's
thing.
bullshit.
Isn't there an artist who
I
made
will
like
get right
millions
on
of
that then.
dollars selling like a painting that was just like a blue line with an
Yeah,
orange background?
shit like that happens all the time. And then there's Calvin Klein. If you've he's a very not notorious. He's a very famous person. He has his own color. Like, it's a blue that people recognize as related to Calvin Klein, because what he would do is he would have volunteered women come in, and he would take a paint roller and take this blue color and roll it up and down the front of them, and then press them up against large canvases and sell it.
I will get right on that.
Classy.
See, like,
Do you guys
Like-
want to come be models?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, hey babe, you wanna come over? Yeah, sure.
I wonder
Be
if
a
they use
model.
Tinder.
Hey, you.
I'm yelling Tinder.
Invite people over on Tinder. They're like, okay, let me take my clothes off. And he's like, okay, I have the paint roller.
Yeah. Whoa, what's up with the
Let's
paint?
do
Wait, what?
this.
Is this some sort of kinky shit? Uh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course it is. There is a
Now
famous.
just body slam the wall.
There is a famous UK graffiti artist that moved to LA, and his name is Banksy. You never
I
heard
love
of Banksy?
Banksy.
Banksy's fucking great. I love Banksy. First of all, no one knows who Banksy is. He's kind of like one of those like you always see his work, but like you never see Banksy.
He's pretty much Batman.
Yeah, he's Batman. I'm not saying he's Batman, but no one's ever seen him and Batman in the same place.
I
Or
posted
ever.
that picture the other day. It was great.
I think I actually saw that. And so his main thing is that he thinks that people who are like mainstream artists are like all full of crap because you can rub paint on women and then shove them up against a canvas and make millions of dollars and get a color named after you because of it. But like, so he made this. He did a project in New York, so no one could like relate it to him because he's very like LA central right now. And he gave some old dude like several of like his prints that are like you can if you look at them and you're like, oh, those kind of look kind of like Banksy's artwork. But so he gave him like prints, which
I remember
if he
seeing
was an
this.
what?
I remember seeing this.
Yeah, where if someone in LA was selling it and like, oh, this is Banksy's artwork, it would sell for like $20,000. Where like in LA, he may have sold like one print and he sold it for like $20. And it's the same stuff, and it's just like it just shows how like shit people's opinions are.
Yeah,
And
the
how
first day he didn't make any sales at all.
yeah,
It was
Banksy's
cool.
my hero. I love Banksy.
But yeah, no, I'm not an artist, but I do have some stuff that I'm working on right now. And
Wait, so what do you do? I'm not like I recognize your username. I'm not super familiar with everyone on the site because a
all I
hermit.
do really on the site right now, I have posted up a few videos, but life kind of kicked me in the face and kind of set all that back. So I'm working on a bunch of videotape stuff, but basically all I really do right now is I find funny pictures on the internet and I post them. Like they're pictures that I haven't seen a whole lot around the internet, and I post them up because I think they're funny and I try and get people to smile and laugh because I don't know. One day I was having a really, really bad day and I found a really funny picture and I was like, oh, I appreciate this. This definitely made me feel better. So I started this album on Rooster Teeth called Pictures That Will Make Your Day in the hopes of just making like one person smile a day. And that's pretty much all I do right now.
That's adorable.
I try.
That's a great thing.
I'm staring at a pig right now with aviators on.
Yes, I love that pig.
It's so adorable. Oh god.
It's actually my desktop background at work, and everybody at work is like, that pig makes me smile every day. And I was like, then I'm mission accomplished.
I'm succeeding in life.
But so that's what I do right now. But I have a bunch of other stuff in the works, and it'll be all my own stuff, which I'm really excited for.
Yay!
And they involve pigs having sex.
Yes. All of it.
Perfect. We'll make sure we keep the audience posted then.
Yeah.
Not a
Okay.
good podcast
All your
without a
pig-
bestiality mention.
Yeah. All your
That
pig
wasn't
sex
necessarily
pictures.
bestiality. Just
Could
saying.
be a
It's not
pig having sex
bestiality
with
if
pig.
you're not participating.
Or if you're a pig.
Well, yeah. But then, if you're a pig, then you wouldn't call it bestiality. It's just like pig porn.
Sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had sex.
Have you guys
I
seen
just
the
had
video of the
sex.
turtle fucking the shoe?
No, I'm afraid of
No.
turtles. I don't want to talk about it.
There's a video of a turtle fucking a shoe somewhere on the internet. It's super easy to find. But you remember the goat thing that they did
Oh,
the
my
Taylor
history
Swift
search.
video?
Yeah.
Yes.
They did that with the turtle's orgasm sounds, and it was hilarious.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
I just had
It's-
sex, and it
it's-
felt so good.
It's the
I like that
greatest
song
thing.
actually, so I can't lie. I'm a Lonely Islands fan.
That's
I
a good
love
song.
that song.
Captain
Protect
Jack is
the
my favorite though.
crown. Oh yeah, it's so good. Fucking So I have a story to tell about that, actually. My grandparents live in Florida, and my grandmother has a boat. So at one point she's like, "Oh, do you want to go out into the Gulf and go on a boat?" I was like, "Sure, let's do this." So at the one point, I'm listening to like music or whatever, and it's like on the radio or whatever, and that song comes on, and I'm playing this through my phone so I can like control what's playing. And she's like, "What song is this? This is stupid." I was like, "This song is great," and so she made fun of me for it for like forever. And so I was being like really ridiculous and like trying to act like a pirate for like 6 hours. And then it started to like rain and get like super, super crazily windy and the waves are starting to rock. So like in the progress of us trying to get back to the dock, I was like 1 foot up on the front, like on the crest of the boat, like up on the front. And I was playing that song as loud as I could. Felt like a pirate. It was great.
Nice.
I'm watching this video right now.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
the greatest thing.
So, you guys want to do questions now?
Sure.
What?
Questions, Vic.
We're doing questions?
Yeah.
I don't have them.
I
have
what?
'em.
I don't have them.
I thought, didn't you say you were getting the question sorted?
Me?
No, Luis.
Yeah, we have questions here. Some of
Then
them.
read them
Then
off
what-
there, buddy.
Okay, let me do it. Okay, so this one was sent by Matt, GoldGuy81, and he asked, oh god, has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go 1 2 do look more alike?
What?
What?
I have no fucking clue what he
Um,
meant.
I got
Matt-
this one.
So,
You really need to.
Yes.
Like, what?
English is hard.
English, please.
So, Matt,
Red, please.
I think Matt had a
Pancakes.
seizure when
That's
he
my
was writing
answer.
that.
Hey, I'm playing a pancake game right now. That's funny.
What?
good.
I want
like-
a pancake game.
Pancake
So
game.
the IHOP in my town closed down a year ago
Lame.
because it was embezzling money for the mafia.
what the?
Oh, wow.
I'm not even shitting you. Search up. I'm pretty sure you can find it on Google. If you search Finley IHOP, I guarantee you it'll come up. I'm almost
That's
positive
funny.
it'll come up. It's hilarious.
So, Jordan, you want to try to answer this one?
No.
Okay.
I English, that hurt my brain.
I English don't even English. What?
Exactly.
Matt, I don't even...
4. There we go. There's my answer.
4. So, we have 4 pancakes and nope. So, there
Nope.
you go. Yeah, like the rest of you guys was pretty much a nope.
The fuck train has no brakes.
You
well,
enjoy that way too much.
I definitely saw that Tora, I think it was Tora, posted a t-shirt design or just like a graphic design picture of that of Ray in a conductor suit, and I had a banner at the bottom that said "The fuck train has no brakes," and he's like doing that motion.
I think it was
definitely-
her.
I definitely want that to be a t-shirt right now. Anyway, continue with the questions.
Okay. So shout out to Tora. The next
Shout
one
out.
is by Nick Guns, and he asks, "Do people in Australia call the rest of the world up over?"
Oh,
I-
like down under?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
We need Quirky here to answer that one.
Yeah, we should save this one for when Quirky or Jazz or Tristan or any of our
Jazz.
resident Aussies are here.
Yeah,
I said yes.
resident Aussies.
I've been there, so I know they don't use it, and we've talked to them, and we don't.
Maybe they just don't
use
tell.
it.
Maybe they just don't tell it to your face because they don't
Yeah,
want to be like
because you're a
discriminatory.
tourist.
It's an
discriminatory.
inside joke.
Because you're
It could
already
be an inside
racist. They
joke.
don't want you to be even more racist.
I'm not racist.
They're like, oh, you're here
Jesus
from
Christ.
America,
Shots
and then like once they
fired.
walk away, those guys are from up over.
Let's just
They're
let's
from
just
up
make it
over.
clear.
They don't have Barbies or anything like that. Come on, let's do this.
Their
I was
quads don't
going
have
to a-
chlamydia.
I almost got into a fight with an American. Well, I think the Aussie did it to us on purpose, but it was me and I was from Seattle, and then there was this other girl who was from like the South.
Oh
And
God,
he
this can't end
started.
well.
I was down there in like 2000. I was down there my junior year, so it must have been 2007, 2008. It was 2008. So Obama was beginning to run that whole thing, and Bush was still in office. And
Oh, that's a shame.
we were at this party, and he like pitted me and this other girl against each other because he figured out that she was like pro Bush and I was not pro Bush. Like got us into this argument
Kiss,
at
kiss.
this house party with some other American in fucking Brisbane, Australia, and I'm fighting with this girl about politics. I'm like, God, this is me. This is my life.
Wow, what a fun party.
Well, it
Fight,
was
fight,
fun.
fight.
They ended up like pushing us apart and being like, "All right, it was just a joke."
We're sorry. It was supposed to be funny.
Oh well, it was still funny. I thought it. I like look back at it now and I'm like, that was dumb.
Well, so anyone wants to try to answer that one? I think Vic covered
No.
it.
The answer
Okay.
is no. They don't.
The answer is pancakes. Okay, let's
Dang.
Pancakes.
Have you guys ever seen that picture that's like how I understand math story questions, and it's like Jimmy has 6 apples. If he gives 3 pencils away, how many pancakes does he have? And it's like purple because the square foot of the roof doesn't make aliens or something fucking ridiculous like that. It's great.
That's
I've seen some of those.
Sounds like
So true.
I made jokes like that all the time when I was taking physics, except everything was always equal to the mass of the sun.
If Jimmy has 9 candy bars and he eats 8 candy bars, what does Jimmy have? Diabetes.
That's true.
So, next one is also by Nick Guns, and he asks, "Does that screwdriver belong to Philip?"
Yes.
No.
No,
No,
it
that's
belongs.
mine.
No,
It's
it
mine.
belongs to the doctor.
No, it's not
Belongs
his.
to
It's
the
mine.
No,
doctor.
no, no.
He stole it
I
from
agree
me.
with Vic.
Yeah, doctor.
Philip is a lying bastard. Okay, he stole my screwdriver. He stole TJ's screwdriver. He probably even stole the doctor's screwdriver. That little bitch.
I just finished. I watched
Shots
a
fired.
3-hour
Steal my
marathon
drill
of
bits.
Doctor Who before I came on.
That's the greatest way to spend a day ever.
Yeah, I just finished the season with Martha Jones.
Oh, Martha.
Do you
I
like her?
I like her more than Donna.
I don't
Wait
think
until
I
the
got to
season with
Donna
Philip.
yet, but
Well, honey, you are in for a treat. She is
I d-
something else.
okay.
I don't.
It seems.
We've
It
met-
seems like
met
Doctor.
Yeah, I don't watch Doctor
I don't.
Who.
I don't.
It seems
No,
like
what do
Doctor
you
I
Who
know something about
is
it.
like.
I've tried to watch Doctor Who.
It's
Clearly
Then I
not hard
realized-
enough.
Then I realized that show is ridiculous, and I never ever wanted to watch it again. So I didn't.
It's amazing.
It's a
No.
really good show.
I
I love it.
I watch 2 TV. First of all, I think a majority of TV is crap, which is true. No one can argue that point. I watch 2 TV shows. I watch Game of Thrones, which is
Yes.
I watched.
You could
Game of-
argue that show is really
Oh no, you totally
Shut up,
can,
Vic.
but I don't give a shit because.
Your argument is invalid
Whatever.
because you watched Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Well, I
Fucking
I watch Game of Thrones too.
I know.
Yeah,
do
but
I.
I watched
I'm
Game of
sorry.
Thrones and I watched
I
Breaking
love
Bad
Game
when
of
it was
Thrones.
on. That's about it.
Yeah, but you compare Game of Thrones with Doctor Who, so you know.
You
TJ
can't.
is
They're not
correct.
even the same.
They're not in the same league.
You so can't compare the two. Like that's not
I
even
can try.
fair.
I also finished.
That's what I'm trying to convince Vic.
Also finished season 2 of Sherlock last night.
So good.
I've always wanted to start watching
Great
the show, but
Sherlock
is
good.
Isn't each episode like it's own movie?
It's
Each
like a
each
short movie.
episode's an hour and a half, but you have to understand there's 3 episodes
Yeah, there's
per
like
season.
yeah.
And then I
I always
watch
see it on
season 3.
Netflix, and I'm always like, but I'm always watching House. So
You
No,
should
it's
watch. Oh
Oh,
my
really
gosh,
good.
Awesome.
Sherlock is great. I have the first episode of season 3. I still need to watch that. I love that show.
It's
I
a
only
really good
recently-
show.
Did they finish the second season? Like, are all the episodes out?
Yeah, they're on
Sherlock?
season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They,
might.
and then they just announced that since season 4 probably won't be out till 2000. Oh my god,
15?
2016. It won't be out till
16?
yeah,
Pulling in
2016.
Game of Thrones. Let's do it.
They're going to release a like a one episode in between episode between season 3 and 4 because there's such a long hiatus. Because I guess like Martin Freeman's and Benedict Cumberbatch's schedules are super busy right now.
That's
Because, America needs a bunch of villains to be played by British actors.
Well, I don't know what they're doing.
Did you guys see that? It's probably stuff that's like in filming. That's why we probably won't know what it is till it gets close to like post production. But
yeah,
did you guys see that Super Bowl commercial? That's the one about English villains, and it's like
yes,
and it's like Loki and the guy from like the new 007 movie and like a bunch of other guys, and then it's the Jaguar commercial. It's like,
yeah, it's
so
actually
funny.
pretty funny. They're like, yeah, but we drive this car or something.
Yeah, and
It's stupid.
essentially the entire commercial sums down to, look how badass we are. We're English. We drive Jaguars.
Yeah,
Because we're English.
Pretty much. I'm just trying to think what those two would be doing, because I know right now their big ones are Lord of the Rings.
Woot woot!
But
It's The Hobbit, actually.
Yeah, they're both in it.
Actually, that's in post-production now, so I mean that he wouldn't be working on that right now. Just saying.
This is why they invented IMDb.
Wow. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, the only thing they have right now is, well, at least Martin Freeman only has The Hobbit, which is in post-production.
Which is awesome. I mean, I don't know about the new one, because the new one's not out yet.
Benedict. Oh, he's got a lot more going on.
Yeah, he's popular right now. Have you seen the videos of him doing the CGI capture for the dragon?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, he was... Oh, he's in a video game.
He does the motion capture for the dragon.
He's in the Penguins of Madagascar.
Is he really?
He's going to be. It's coming out in 2015. He's
That's
voicing
kind
it.
of depressing.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
Putting off Sherlock for that.
Well, that's
Hey,
only
guys.
that's only voice act now. So
You know
How
you
many
can do that
Madagascar
anywhere.
movies they want to make still?
You know what my favorite movie of all time is?
What?
The fucking Lego movie, because it's so good.
Everything is awesome.
Cue Vic
Everything is
shouting
awesome.
I
everything is
haven't
awesome.
seen that yet.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that, Vic.
Everything is awesome. Gotta do it in the right key there.
Vic, do it.
No,
Do it, P-Man.
that's one for Mason. And everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
Like, legitimately, I tell everyone who goes to see that movie to listen to as much music that day as you possibly can.
Side by side, you and I.
Otherwise, for the next week, you're gonna be walking around going, everything is awesome.
This makes me want to jump up.
when you're part of a team.
This makes me want to jump up into the next channel and yell at Keo. And Alex already told me no. Keo hates that song.
I gotta say, I love it when you sing it because it's just... it's
So
really funny
bad.
the way you do it.
Everything is awesome.
No, but really, Game of Thrones is the greatest thing to ever be on TV ever.
I need to watch
I'll agree with that.
last week's episode still. I haven't done that.
It's pretty good. It's pretty...
I heard everybody kind of flip shit over like one of the scenes.
Oh, yeah, that
the
was fucked up.
funeral. Because everyone was like, that's really fucked up. That's not what happens in the books.
Alright, fuck the
And-
books. I don't want to
The
spend...
books are great.
Okay, no.
It's just that I have a fetish, Jordan.
It's not anything against those particular books. It's just what I have against books.
You have something against books?
They're
Oh,
not...
well, you're gonna
they're not-
you're gonna
they're
lose
not
this argument.
They're not efficient in time.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
They're not efficient. They're not. But that's
I
the way.
feel like
Okay,
we should wrap this up now
That is the-
before
that
we
is the-
start
no.
beating him.
that is the way I deal my entire. Everything has to be efficient. I don't have a smartphone because my stupid phone I use it faster than I can use a smartphone. Everything in my life is about time efficiency, and books not efficient. So like
So
I
you
won't
don't
want.
poop, right?
I
Yeah,
have to
right.
there's no way I
Do
can
you
work
wear a
around
diaper?
that. I guess I could do that, but I'm not that extreme. But like, I don't watch things on television when they're live because I don't deal with ads. It's not effective. I either DVR them or I just watch. 9 times out of 10, I just watch things on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm over cable, but still, books are great, and that's what audiobooks are for. If you don't have time to sit and read, you can sit and listen as you're doing whatever you're doing.
But see, I can watch the show.
But the
It's much
show's never
faster.
as. But this like
No,
the
you
books
don't.
are so much better.
I
they're
hate
as
people who say
good.
that.
They are never as good as somebody who
Okay,
has
the Harry
lived.
Potter movies. I've read every single Harry Potter book. The Harry Potter movies
So have
are
I.
so much better than the books.
No,
No.
they're
Oh,
not.
no.
Yes, they are.
No.
No, the books
No.
are 10 times
Riot.
better.
They are not.
Riot.
No.
And that's
They
the
are
moral of this
not.
podcast. Books are
Way to
much
start a
better
flame
than
war.
anything else. Read.
Nope. Don't read,
You know what?
kids.
If you can find the book version of our podcast, feel free to read that.
Yeah,
Okay?
because
Yeah, but
it's gonna be
see-
a lot better.
But see, if you had a book version of your podcast, there's no way I'd fucking read it. Wanna know why? It's not efficient. Take way too long.
Like all my respect for you has just like plummeted. Like
And now we
No.
really can't be friends. Just saying.
It is what it is. Yeah. You come
You know
from
what?
Toledo. Meh.
Perhaps we should wrap this up. So we usually ask our
Rob?
guests to ask a question for the audience. So since we have two guests, you two get to ask a question. So do it.
I get to ask a question about what?
Quick
Anything.
thinking.
Anything. Just a question for our audience to hopefully answer one day in the future.
Yeah,
Pancakes
because we
or
do
waffles?
What's better? The movies or / TV show or the books?
that. And
That's
actually
Jordan's
a good
question
question.
is.
Was pancakes or waffles?
oh yeah,
Oh,
these are
yeah,
two
that's a good
really
waffles.
good questions.
Waffles every day.
Hmm.
I love
I'll go
waffles. I'm a
pancakes.
waffle fan.
I like
I
a
like
good
them
pancake.
both. So
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Have you had
pick-
bacon in bacon in pancakes?
I
Have you
haven't
had
had
bacon in
bacon
waffles?
in pancakes, but I had
Oh
bacon
my-
and bacon in
Have you had
anything.
bacon and cinnamon rolls before?
No.
Yeah, you like when you like you can even do it with like the fucking like store bought cinnamon rolls, but like before you cook them, you just unroll them, put a piece of bacon on the inside, and roll them back up. The best thing ever.
That does
Like-
not sound that
That
good.
sounds amazing.
I don't
It's
know.
so good.
I mixed.
Okay,
Since
I have a bacon wallet. I love bacon. I have a dice game that is a bacon game. I can't even lie. I love
Yeah,
bacon.
I'm not really a bacon person. I mean, I like bacon, but I'm not like one of those people that will put bacon on everything.
Oh no, if it's there, I'll use it.
Bacon's really good
So-
when you have a hangover.
Yes.
bacon's really
I don't-
good when you have anything.
I'm Ray. I don't drink. I drink water and milk and pop.
Hey, high five, man! High five.
I
So-
drink water and milk too, but every once in a while,
I
sometimes
drink water in my
Baileys.
alcohol occasionally.
Every once in a while, Vic is drunk out of her ass.
Well played. Well played.
It is. I mean, sometimes when you get home from work or you get home
Nope.
from school, you're just like, I need a beer.
Yeah,
I'm
that
never
day
like
especially
that
after a
'cause
day of work.
was
Or
too
700,
painful.
right,
I
Vic?
never do that though, because I love my job and I love what I study at school, and it's like, and I'm time efficient on everything, so I'm never stressed out about anything.
Yeah, see, I
I
hate
would-
my job, so I like to come home and have a beer. So what?
Except
See, I
you
just
are
want to
really time
graduate.
efficient,
so-
except when you have to poop. Then
Poop.
Okay, well, on that note, maybe we should
Well,
wrap
yeah.
up.
we should probably wrap up.
so, Jordan, Peyton, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Well,
having
stop
me.
it. Here.
thank you.
and audience, thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode. Answer our questions and ask us questions, and follow us on Twitter and RT side and blah 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 blah. The links are in the description.
I'm really curious on what everyone thinks about the bucket thing.
The movie's better.
Yes.
Yes, and please answer questions and send us questions.
Yes, I'll put something out on Twitter to remind you all to freaking answer questions.
I'm gonna
Seriously,
ask a question next
If
week.
you listen to the podcast, it's not going to take you more than 5 seconds to just answer the question in the comment section of the video or to send us a quick tweet or something.
You can just answer pancakes. Well, maybe not for Jordan's
Ju-
question because
just
then
say
you'll be picking
pancakes.
sides.
Just say pancakes.
No, say waffles, because waffles are better.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Oh.
Okay then. Everyone, thank
Unfair
you very
advantage.
much, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
He can
Bye.
always win arguments.
Bye.
That's not fair. Bye!
Bye.
This podcast intro and outro music is provided to us by TDBTyler. You can find him on Rooster Teeth by searching for his name, TDBTyler, and looking for his group, Oh the Humanity, spelled O-H, exclamation point, THECOMMANATEE. You can also find more of his work on YouTube by searching for his channels, The Dropped Banana, all one word, and Oh the Humanity.